Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Joo-hyun Kim, Deputy Director of the Public Procurement Service of Korea, known as PPS. Unfortunately, I'm making this presentation virtually, not being able to see you all in person in the beautiful city of Manila for personal reasons. So I'd kindly ask for your understanding. Well, let me explain to you our diverse system and the benefits regarding female-owned, eco-friendly, and social enterprises in government procurement. According to the enforcement decrees of the Act on Supporting for Female-Owned Businesses, a female-owned business is a company owned and managed by the female executive officer with authority to represent the company, and whose largest investor is female. And it is a cooperative. It satisfies certain eligibility criteria. The eligibility criteria include that is a majority of the total number of the members shall be women, and the majority of the total number of the equity share shall be funded by female members. The president shall be a female member, and the majority of all directors shall be women. Let me tell you about the measure for female-owned businesses. In accordance with the Act on the Supporting for Female-Owned Businesses, public institutions should facilitate the purchase of the products, services, or construction projects that female-owned SME manufacturers provide or perform. Also, purchase plans should include sectionized plans for purchasing female-owned business manufactured products. In addition, in accordance with the enforcement decree of the Act on Contracts, to which the state is a party, negotiated a contract for small value bids, in principle, can be concluded for single bidder with a product estimated price of the less than 20 million won, whereas for female-owned companies, the threshold goes up to 50 million won. For our international audience, that is an increase from 15,000 US dollars to 37,500 US dollars. Let me talk about additional points by purchase area. For public construction, when a company whose representative is a female takes on over 30% of the construction work, an additional 10% of the already acquired points are granted to the company. In the case of the goods, negotiated contract can be made for female-owned company. Recommended by the Korean Women Entrepreneurs Association, when the estimated price of the goods is less than 20 million won, and there is no recommendation for specific supplier by an end-user institution. Bonus points are granted in a qualification evaluation, and the more dedicated to the female-owned companies are in operations in Korea e-procurement system, the KONEP's online shopping mall. Finally, for services, additionally points are also given to female-owned suppliers in a qualification evaluation. As of late September 2022, the number of the female-owned companies qualified for PPS tendering and registered as such is 126,411, making up to 24.2% of the total 522,958 registered suppliers. This has risen from 21.5% in 2018, as can be seen on the slide. As of September 2022, the aggregated contract volume of the female-owned businesses taken up 10.4% of the total, the increase compared to 8.7% in 2018. This figure shows an upward trend of the number of and the proportion of the PEAS qualified female-owned companies over the past 5 years, which proved that the supportive measures has worked for them throughout the period. As for the legal grounds for GPP, Korea has the Act on the Promotion of Purchase of the Green Products. This was enacted to prevent waste of the resources, pollutions, and greenhouse gas emissions, thereby contributing to the national economy. Although the Minister of Environment tackles overall part of the Act, PPS deals with the procurement processes and the relevant support, reflecting environmental values in the procurement procedures according to Article 6 of the Government Procurement Act. In accordance with the Green Product Purchase Promotion Act, the Environment Ministry should make a purchase guideline and notify them to public institutions. Each public institution should build and publish their purchase implementation plans and submit purchase records to the Environment Ministry. I will now explain green procurement measures PPS has implemented. In the case of the procurement of goods, suppliers with green technology certifications can get additional points. As for services, companies with new technology certifications granted under the Environmental Technology and the Industry Support Act, and those with good recycled product GRs certifications under the Act on the Promotion of the Saving and the Recycling of Resources also get positive points in qualification evaluations. Those suppliers with additional points are qualified for prize benefits in bidding, which leads them to greater interest in the environment and more intensive R&D on green technology. CONEPS has a specialized mall for certified green products that are categorized by item and certification type so that the public purchasers can have greater access to certified green products. In the next generation CONEPS, an upgrade of the current versions is launched. More intuitive and user-friendly accessible will be made possible. On this screen, users easily see the eco certifications of particular products as obtained with the detailed information. Now I will explain supportive measure for social enterprises. A social enterprise is a certified entity that pursues a social objective aimed at enhancing the qualities of life of the community residents by providing vulnerable social groups with the social services or job opportunities, or by contributing to the communities while conducting its business activities, such as manufactures or sales of goods and services. As of the September 2022, Korea has 3,342 social enterprises. In accordance with the Social Enterprise Promoting Act, in order to expand the social services and create the job opportunities, the state shall establish policies for supporting social enterprises and shall promote it comprehensive and necessary measures. In addition, each local government shall establish and implement policies for supporting social enterprises, which are tailored to the characteristics of that local government. Each head of the public institution shall promote the purchase of the products and services supplied by social enterprises in the prioritized manner. As for the specific support measure, 2 points are additionally granted to social enterprises in the quality evaluation for goods and services. A shopping mall for social enterprise in CONEPS is also used to promote the purchase of their product. The screen image on this slide shows that CONEPS social enterprise mall. Once you click any certification mark says once for social and for disabled enterprises, they can readily see the categorized products with certifications. And lastly, social self-support and community enterprise. And the social cooperatives are allowed to make negotiated contracts for goods. And the services whose estimated prices are between the 20 million won and the 50 million won. As I mentioned earlier, the Korean government has supported the company in the needs of social considerations with a diverse supportive measure so that the company will hopefully provide quality products and services at reasonable prices, contributing to the national economy. To sum up, for 4 major measures to support these businesses are now taken in Korea. 1. Negotiated contract can be concluded on the social enterprise products with an estimated price of less than 50 million won. 2. Public institutions are mandated to purchase products supplied by female-owned, green, and social enterprises to fill a certain proportion of their total purchases, and then they submit the purchase records to the relevant authorities. 3. All these businesses are entitled to the bonus points in the qualification evaluation process. And 4. Specialized mall for certified products by each categorized are in operation in CONEPS, boosting convenience for public end user. Public procurement accounts for around 9% of the Korean GDP, and I would proudly say that the PPS has been playing a significant role in supporting female-owned, eco-friendly, and social enterprises. Wrapping up my presentation, I would express my gratitude to you all for listening. Thank you. If you have any questions, please ask me by email. 감사합니다.